Yes, guys, welcome back to another video. 6 things we learned. You guys know the drill by now. I'm not going to introduce these boys around me because you also know each and every one of them. What a wonderful table of human beings. Right now, especially
He wasn't saying that about 5 minutes ago. He was saying we were pricks.
Incredible. 6 things that we're looking forward to this season throughout all of the positions. We have got goalkeepers, centre-backs, fullbacks, wingers, midfielders, and attackers, and I want to know what all of you boys say. Is it green? Is it yellow? Is it red? Those people that watch this video know what that means. Green is great, yellow is not sure, red is slightly unhappy. And we're on a time limit today, so Josh, goalkeepers, start us off around the table. What are you thinking?
Blue for the goalkeepers.
I knew you would come with some just to start us off.
Robert Sanchez, mate, has earned his spot as the #1 goalkeeper at Chelsea. He's an unbelievable player. I've never doubted him, have you?
No.
I can't say that I haven't.
No.
Has anyone around this table doubted
I
Robert
prefer not to
Sanchez?
speak.
Exactly.
I'm in big trouble.
Who's gonna go on from that? Because that's obviously huge praise.
Hold on, are you actually happy with the goalkeeper?
What you're saying there, I'm not saluting with. You know what I mean? That situation is a amber or yellow.
Okay,
you know what I mean? That's a player that's in form that definitely deserves to be at the club next season. That's shown that he can deliver in big games, high pressure moments. Nottingham Forest, PSG. However, Bozo gene, and I want a title race, so I'm not too sure about those individual errors. If he'll be able to keep them, a bay.
I see 23andMe. Have you done the 23andMe test on him for his genes and got the Bozo result? Is that what it is?
Ancestry.com.
Yeah. He's found out. I'm going to go Amber as well.
I'm going to say Amber. Joey.
I'll go amber off of the back of the past sort of 4 months or so. When he's not trying to play out from the back and when he's just, shot stopping and that, I don't think Sanchez is that bad. I'd say he's bang in the middle of the Premier League table.
Would you take Donnarumma?
I'd take Donnarumma in a heartbeat. I would rather invest money into another area, and that's why I would go amber. Because I think that the league's definitely never been one with a keeper as bad as Sanchez, but it's been one with keepers that aren't a million miles off.
Okay.
I'm saying you can win a title with an average goalkeeper.
I feel like
it's been done.
We've all started quite nicely here, I think. I feel like we all want to say good things, but the reality is there's too much that we've seen that would make it very difficult to say that he's great. What are you saying, Big Younes?
Yeah, listen, I'm going to go amber as well. I think actually off the back of the last 4 months as well, if not, I would have said red. But he's actually been really good up until the Club World Cup, and then the Club World Cup, he had a banging tournament. So I completely agree. As long as he doesn't make any bozo errors and he just doesn't give the ball away, he's actually a really decent keeper. That's the only thing. If he just minimises that, then I think we're actually all right. And then obviously we got Mike Penders to think about later, which I think is the club of the plan anyway. And I know this guy's probably going to mention.
NiiNii. You've had the time, bro. You've seen the table. What are you going for?
You know what, you guys? Don't throw your water at me. But I'm going to go for green. I feel like Sanchez has gone from bozo to hero now. I think he's had that symbolic awakening. Obviously, out the team temporarily, came back with no hair. I think that was the start of things to come. He was locked in from that moment. Then he was like, "That's it. The past is getting left behind. So is that hairline." But now it's come back. He's looking strong, and I feel like that game against Paris Saint-Germain was just that good from Sanchez. For me, probably the best game he's probably played his entire career. But he did one thing in that game, which I thought he didn't have. The distribution. Like, if it wasn't for Sanchez being the 11th man, basically, 11th outfield player, we're finding it a lot harder playing through that PSG press. And he was finding gusto time and time again, releasing attacks. The team looked confident with him. They looked like, give the ball to Sanchez, we trust him. I don't know, I feel like I've learned lessons from Rudiger, Kukurea, and a few of these men now. I feel like maybe Sanchez might be coming good now. And last few, 4 or 5 months, guy's been looking pretty consistent and being quite key for us, actually.
I think when you say the distribution, that's a big one because obviously centre-backs, we move into them. I'll start with you, NiiNii, this time. We'll go around the table.
Okay.
Keep you guys on your toes, all right?
Yeah.
Centre-backs, obviously Levi's big player when it comes to playing out from the back, passing, brilliant. What do you think for the centre-backs?
I think green. I don't think we have to invest. I think next summer, the market's going to be mad. Maybe Guy might be about, maybe not. Canate. There's going to be a lot more options then. we got enough in the team right now, and I got big hopes on Action Pong. Bro, Cole came back in our team at 19, and Action Pong's, he's had a year under Maresca. Maresca loves him for his versatility. When this kid plays, like, he plays to impact the game. He's not playing it safe and just doing the easy stuff. I feel like we should trust what we have, and I feel like Action Pong for me, and the rest of the defense, Badia Chill, massive season form. Where's he for Fana? Like, this is like the final season for a lot of these guys to prove themselves right now. If they do it, then it's going to be good for all of us, realistically.
Yeah, I'm going to go green as well. I think defensively, we're more reliant now on an actual system rather than just players individually, whereas before it felt like everyone was kind of separated. Whereas now, even with Levi Colwell out, we do have enough depth in numbers to compensate for that. It's just about the quality that each player brings. But Achempong is someone that I'm seeing. I mean, I went to the Leverkusen game and he was literally playing as like a proper centre back. And I was just keeping an eye on going, you look comfortable, you look all right. And I know that's pre-season, that's not, the be-all and end-all, but we should have enough, and with Yoro Hato coming in as well, who can fill in, we do have enough numbers. Is it going to be enough quality? I think we can get by mainly because of our system and because of Maresca.
So what do we think about the starting partnership, Joey? Like, who's it going to be? If it's obviously not Levi all season, who is going to be in that partnership?
Well, this is why I would put it in a yellow, because I think that having cover for Kukurea is a massive thing. The fact that obviously Hato can play centre-back as well is good. It's going to be useful to have with the injury to Levi Colwell. But we can't ignore the elephant in the room, which is that we talk about Wesley Fofana and we're sort of like envisioning the season with Fofana. He hasn't even been on the bench for these pre-season friendlies. Obviously didn't feature in the Club World Cup, didn't feature since the injury last season. So now I'm looking at it and I'm going, right, okay, if we're going to be realistic here, you've got Tosin and Trev. That's who I think you're looking at for most of the season, because injuries would tell you that Fofana's going to get injured at some point when he comes back. So you're looking at Tosin and Trev, right? And I think that Hato's a great addition. Achempong, like, I couldn't echo your words enough. Like, I think he's absolutely unreal. I was so impressed when I see him playing centre-back against Leverkusen, because I thought he was going to be more of a Reece James understudy. But at the same time, I don't think that you're more than one injury away from a little bit of a crisis with our centre-back positions. So for that reason, that's why I'd go yellow, because if everything goes to plan, I'm happy. But I'm not out shopping. If I see something I like, I've got the money to buy it.
Right.
That's where I'm at.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So far, we're obviously not at crisis point around the table, but we still have two more opinions to voice over there.
This feels like if Levi Cole was available, I'd be going green.
Okay.
And if Fofana wasn't injury prone, and if Badiashile wasn't injury prone, this would all be going towards a green.
Yeah.
So I'm going towards more lime, and now I'm in yellow, because it is the injury prone guys that are kind of hampering us, and I can't rely on them all season to stay available. I think Achempong, if he got regular minutes at Bournemouth, like a Huijsen, or if he was getting regular minutes at Man United, like a Yoro, he would be clear of both of them. He was wanted by Madrid and PSG. This guy, for me, all he needs is game time. All he needs is consistent game time, and he could be a starter for us. Like, that's how I rate him so highly. I look at Reece James, I look at Lewis Hall, I look at Livramento, I look at Gurhi, I look at all the defenders we've produced. I don't know about other areas of the pitch. I don't know about Musiala's going back to Germany and Rio's going to Liverpool. I don't know about them lot. But when it comes to the defense, these guys stick around, they want to be here, and they fight for the badge, and they got quality. So I'm going to go yellow because of the injury-prone guys. And
I like how you're trying to do it in between. It's a good explanation, though. Go on, Josh.
I like the lime. I like the lime shout.
I like the lime, too. I have to bring it in this season.
I'm going to go more yellow than lime, to be honest with you. I'm pretty worried about it. Like, I think I'm looking at Joshua Champong. Yeah, a bit more lemon. Yeah, just for you in your shots. What I'm thinking with Joshua Champong is I like him as that sort of like third defender. So what I mean is I want him starting on the right and then working into the centre-back position. I don't see him yet as a 19-year-old being an out-and-out, week-in, week-out Premier League centre-back as a 2. Just think that leaves us a little bit weak. Not anything against him. I actually prefer him in midfield, to be honest. I think inverting into midfield, the way that he was passing the ball, like he looks so good in that position. So I think actually in a bit of a weird way, he's kind of wasted at centre-back. And then, like you say, I think that Colwell and Wesley Fofana is a pairing that can win the Premier League. I think they're that good, to be honest with you. But without them, And let's be honest, we can't take Wesley Fofana's fitness for granted, can we?
No.
So without them, it has to slip to Amber. I don't think you're winning a Premier League with Tosin at the back. Nothing against him. I like
the
him.
conversation, though, isn't it? Now we're talking about winning the Premier League. Fullbacks, I'm just conscious of the time today. Fullbacks, I'm very happy with the depth we have in that position. Does anyone
100%.
disagree? Because then we can put that one
Green,
to bed.
Yeah, let's not waste
No,
time.
that's a blue.
Yeah.
Blue?
That's a blue.
All right.
I like
Younes going blue. Anyone else
Is
going
blue
blue?
like rare, like
Blue
steak?
is like S tier, like unbelievable.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
blue.
yeah, yeah.
I was
Blue's
thinking
all
of
round.
traffic
against
lights,
Brighton.
and ain't no blue
He
light.
didn't
Yeah.
even mention it because he
There
never
is
gives
what
out
Joey's
a blue.
trying this morning.
Yeah, I'm going blue.
I have a
Yeah.
slight worry, but not in terms of
Go on,
like
tell us
us
How
not
slight
having
is this
enough.
worry?
Just Malo Gusto.
I knew it.
Doesn't
I knew it.
really
Yeah.
suit this system all that much. So as much as what was the pass he made the other day was really really good from that sort of deep line
Into
role.
Santos,
and
yeah.
that into Santos, what a touch by the way. And that then contradicts what I'm about to say. But doing that role, which he showed that he could do quite well the other day in that friendly, doing that role, I don't think suits him better than it suits Reece James or Joshua Changpong. So then you've got a player of Malo Gusto's quality as a third choice, in my opinion, for that
That's
role.
good depth, though, isn't it?
This is right.
Great, it's great depth, but I'm just saying, we hear all these names. There could be set late in the window where I can see Malo Gusto moving. I wouldn't be in favour of it.
Wow. That's a big shout.
That's
I'd
a controversial
counteract
one.
it and just say that in the PSG game, he played right back, and if Maresca just uses him to his strengths,
Yeah.
you've
I
already
agree.
got loads of centre mids. You've got right backs that can invert, Cucurella can invert. Just play him as a touchline right back, up and down. He's got the athleticism. Then Palmer goes off
got
the
the
right.
delivery.
Yeah.
He overlaps
Yep.
on Estevao. He likes to go into
Yep.
the 10. It just makes us more tactically flexible.
yeah.
He was one of our best players in the first season under Poch.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
just to add to what Mars even saying real quickly, I think after we saw that first half shown against Real Betis, where it was a bit of a nightmare. I think
Yeah,
the
it
rest
was
just
poor,
realised,
very poor.
Horrific.
let me save my boy now.
Yeah.
Let's play him in a familiar position on the touchline. Because when he plays touchline, I think he's one of the best young
Yeah.
fullbacks in Europe. That debut season he had,
When
Clear.
Liverpool lost Trent, I seriously thought they'll go for Gusto.
I thought
They'll
that
go
earlier
for
in the
Gusto.
season
I thought
too.
Bayern
They'll
were coming
go,
from
they'll
him.
go for Malo
Yeah.
Gusto. That's
Yeah.
what I thought. But
Central midfield, boys.
Oh,
Another blue. It's another blue.
That's,
Blue.
I'd give that a blue.
Yeah.
Personally, I would be like, what, I wouldn't
Yeah.
want anyone else.
Yeah.
how many minutes are we thinking that Andre Santos gets?
This is the concern. We've got too good
Yeah.
players.
we're playing Champions
in
League,
that-
No,
boys.
no. I think there'll be minutes.
We
There'll be
grew up
minutes.
on the days of Lampard, Essien, Ballack,
Makelele,
Makelele,
Essien.
Deco was
Yeah.
coming in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We had we even wanted Gerrard when we had all. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah, before
Twice.
Essien, innit? Yeah.
And my thing is, we took the mick with Caicedo last season. Like we just rinsed him.
Yeah, too much
Enzo,
football.
we rinsed him.
Too good.
And now it's not Conference League, it's Champions League. No one minds if they're playing Champions League, but they maybe off the bench in the Prem or vice versa. And I think if we want to win the champs, which I know we all want them 3 stars, we need these options because we can get injuries. It can happen.
Yeah.
So I think it's perfect. I think what we've got there.
No, good. What about the wingers then? Because obviously we are sat around this table and I've checked my phone and we haven't signed Xavi Simons yet. Surprise, surprise. What do we think in terms of the depth that we've got out wide? And are we seeing Simons in that midfield category if he comes in? Do you think we have enough depth in the team? NiiNii, I'll start with you.
My answer is going to be based on us, I guess, signing Simmons and Garnacho. Are we all doing that?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
basing off
Yeah.
the idea that we signed those
That we've
guys
got them.
in my head.
Then
Are
I
we
think
gonna
Yeah.
sign both? of them?
Yeah.
Like, are we actually gonna sign both? of them?
I
I've
think,
got a
I
bad
think we
feeling.
just signed
I
Garnacho,
think so
to be
too.
honest.
You
I don't know if
we
the
don't
Xavi
think
Simons
Simmons
thing
coming
is-
I
anymore?
think Simmons is a smokescreen. Hitting us some Xavi Simmons, and then they're gonna go, "Oh, look, right, next season maybe, but Garnacho for now."
Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling a bit more like optimistic around it though. Obviously, if Nkunku bounces, Leipzig, as the reports are saying, opens things up. I think when you add Simmons and Garnacho, listen, I'm not one of these haters that overhates Garnacho. He's nowhere near as bad as people say. And the reality is, you come into a better environment at Chelsea, better suited players around you, better manager around you, better support cast. Your whole game's gonna get elevated. I like that we have maybe 2 dribbling style type of players from the wide areas, and then those 2 like pacey style, wingers like Neto and potentially Garnacho. Give us something a little bit different off the bench, competitions, stuff like that. So I do feel like our attack's looking pretty, I don't want to say perfect, but what's like the words under perfect?
It's getting there.
It's getting there. It's
I
getting
was
there.
thinking what the word is. I'm like, that's not coming, but it's getting there.
But I feel like, bro, we got 2 good players for every single position. This is like prime Jose Mourinho wet dreams right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the profiles, not even just the numbers they're playing, the profiles, attacking mids, playmakers, wide threats. I think we got solutions for every single opposition in the league, and they're going to be so surprised because you can't predict what Chelsea are going to be like next season. I feel so confident in saying that right now.
Do you think that improves us against the bigger teams? I think that's the biggest sticking point. We spoke about this, Josh, a few times.
Yeah.
So I think the wing position is where I'm most excited for this season moving forward, because I think we've actually got, like you say, everything we could possibly
Who's actually
want.
going to play the most? Like, which 2 wingers are going to play the most this season? Because I'm scratching my head because Esteval could easily be in there.
Pedro Neto will play the most minutes out of any winger.
And then what about the other side?
Rotation.
I think that's more of a
who will play
side
the
you'll get rotated, or Neto goes over there and then someone else comes on.
I
someone
honestly
else
think
comes
the
on
most
right
that
wing.
we'll see this season will be Neto on the left and Esteval on the right.
I was gonna say.
I think you're right.
I was gonna say it might even transition into that.
Yeah.
Because it's not just having 2 players for each position, but we've got 2 players in each position that can play in other positions.
Yeah.
So it's like
on.
Neto, for example, and Esteval would be seen as maybe right wingers, but Neto can go to the left.
Cole Palmer
no
can
problem.
play on the right.
Cole Palmer can shift to the right.
Yeah.
Sammy Simmons comes in.
I'm
He can shift
excited,
to the wing.
Yeah, bro.
You know,
keep
Garnacho
talking.
can.
He's having a Jose Mourinho
That's
wet
it,
dream
yeah.
over there.
I'm just like,
It's really early. As well. It's like 11 a.m.
Yeah, that's usually when his wet dreams happen.
What a 12, mate.
I'm feeling exposed right now. I'm just saying, man. Yeah, quick.
But that's the thing. And that's why I think there's going to be a lot of versatility and different ways of playing, a lot of interchanging. It's like Esteval Willian at the moment. When he came in, there was a whole thing of, he's going to come in as number 10. Whereas now we're seeing him already being trialled on that right-hand side and he looks super comfortable. And even if he does cut inside, he looks super comfortable. We're just going to be able to, I think, deploy many different combinations, different players to interchange into different areas against many different oppositions. They won't be able to catch up.
What I love about Esteval is no one other than Chelsea fans knows how good he is.
Exactly.
Like, that's the thing. Like, we're sitting on an absolute gem of a player. And when he gets unleashed in the Premier League, he plays that first game, everyone's going to realise just how good he is.
Well, people just keep saying, like, he's a bit small, isn't he? I'm like, did you not see him, like, going toe-to-toe with Marco Correa in the Club World Cup? And he's playing against Brazilian players who are naturally just very aggressive footballers.
That
I'm
goal as well.
concerned.
That goal
was
was
really
insane.
finished, man.
That goal was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was mad.
What are you
All the
saying,
old
Joey?
wingers we had, no one's scoring that goal.
No.
Facts.
Right in there.
So true.
Facts.
No,
I'm quite excited about Jamie Gittins, to be honest. Like, when
True.
I see
That's
Jamie
not one.
Gittins, and as well, this is what I'm saying. Even though I said that I don't think that he will be necessarily like nailed down for a spot in the team, with Gittins, he is the only natural left winger at the club. Like, everyone can do a bit of everything, but he actually wants to play on the left wing, and it's the first time that we've probably had someone there that wants to play on the left wing for God knows how long.
Since Mikhailo Mudryk.
Since Mikhailo Mudryk.
Who's technically still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, imagine him coming back as well.
Oh, you love you get the wet dreams over there.
That was
Blimey.
talking.
You're
My
off
man.
the table now,
My
NiiNii.
man.
The wet dreams are over there.
The poster's very damp. To be fair.
I'm not gonna shy away from it, right? My Garnacho opinion is polar opposite to NiiNii, right? And this is why.
Been well documented.
Just like the centre backs, where we unfortunately we have competitors. Whether it's Gabriel Saliba, Van Dijk, Konate with our centre backs, which is why there's a lot of ambers. Left wing, I'm comparing our front three to other front threes, and I think left wing is. After Gittins, if it's Garnacho, that's where it's hampering us from consistently, week in, week out, going for a league. Now, that's where Neto's got to have an outstanding season. Esteval's got to maybe, I don't want to put pressure on him, but maybe he is the guy that just changes lives and just raises levels that we didn't see before. Because I don't feel like Garnacho and Gittins, I like Gittins, like 1v1 Demon, that's the guy now, that's his nickname. But I am prepared for inconsistencies in the final product, in terms of the end product. I'm prepared for inconsistency with Garnacho because that's what I've seen in the Premier League in terms of final product. And the Premier League, with everybody in the top 4 going up like that, as much as I'm not thinking about top 4 race, I'm not thinking about 5th, 6th, 7th. Top 4 and the race for the title is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fine margins. And I don't need a Garnacho kind of... I feel like another guy that we're just sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe not.
I think he'll surprise you, you know.
I
hope not off the
I
pitch.
think no, I think Man United are a big portion as to why he is the way that he is, and not just him, many other players too. And I think Maresca, with the way that we're playing, and now a lot of the new influence that we have in the team, plus Enzo Fernandez, who's playing for Argentina with him, and I think Garnacho, even though he's a loose cannon, sometimes if you have the right people around you, that can actually give you leverage. You know, because you can be a bit more of a risk taker, and I think he's got that personality, but he just needs the right guidance, and I think we might actually have it.
Yeah.
So
There was a point when if you had offered me Garnacho, I'd have beat your hand off.
100%.
But it just wasn't last season.
No.
It was the season before that.
Yeah.
Not like just because of that Everton goal. There was a time when we were doing watch-alongs on the kickoff, and we was watching Man United like most weeks. Even before we'd get there, we'd watch Man United. He was the player that I was like excited when the ball went to him. Do you know what I mean? So he was the only, because I think Rashford was having a good season at the time, but he was the only player who I was really excited when the ball went to him. Sometimes he'd lose it, but he'd always try and do something inventive with it. And that's why I liked watching him. Last season, I didn't think he was good, and I think that Chelsea have got loads of players that can do that. And the other thing is, I don't like the whole him vaping thing. I know, mate, listen, I'm 31 now.
Yeah, granddad
Put the
over
vape
here.
down. I don't like that. None of that rubbish.
Birthday yesterday, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Joao Pedro, I'm seeing him as a striker now. Got
Yeah.
rinsed for it the other day on social
Yeah.
media. So I said he wasn't a few days ago.
who's giving you?
Well,
Did
no, but bro, in May, I did not think Joao Pedro was an out-and-out striker.
I didn't.
I looked
I
at
don't
him and
think
I'm
anyone
like,
did.
I think he could be.
NiiNii
I
did,
think
to be
maybe
fair.
he should be. Yeah,
I
you
think
would.
we did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did call
You
that
know
to
what?
the
Yeah,
long-
I think
I just don't see Brighton misprofiling players to that degree.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
I just find it nuts.
I think like my thing with Joao Pedro at Brighton was always the fact that, you know, let's see Brighton are on the food chain. They're under us. No, it's no disrespect. It's just the reality, right?
Facts.
So a
We got
player like
loyalty points with them now.
loyalty, exactly. So a player like Pedro is that complete. A team like Brighton wants to utilize his entire game more, so he's going to drop a bit deep. He's going to get more involved in the game to facilitate the rest of his teammates. But we can't forget that De Zerbi season where he got the most goals out of any Brighton player in their history in his debut season. De Zerbi showcased exactly how Maresca was going to use him, and actually, it was revealed that Maresca even had conversations with De Zerbi before the signing of Pedro, just to try and get a few little key details here and there. And for me, like I remember hearing about this kid at Watford. He looked impressive. I caught him in his debut season at Brighton. I watched a lot of Brighton's Europa League games, the Ajax game as well. And I was looking at this kid thinking, this guy is complete. He can back into a man. He's got pace for days. His movement is absolutely world class. He causes so many problems for teams. And he is someone you can rely upon. The ball's glued to his feet. He can link up the play. And his shooting mechanics as well. Like, people were complaining about maybe his like shot efficiency, but obviously, if Hertzler used him as a playmaker, that means that you're not going to be in the box as much. You're playing the passes to someone else, right? Listen, I don't know why Hertzler used him there, but he's trying to use him and Ruta together. Fair enough, but this guy had so many great fundamentals in his game, and I think over the last few seasons where he played wide, he's played up front, he's played in the middle. Like, you got to see these guys like growing and improving. And this is like what potential looks like, you know? What are you learning from the season prior to add to your game? And I think right now, we've signed Pedro at the perfect time. And I'm so gassed because my three main strikers was always Seshko, Ekitike, or Joao Pedro. And I think out of them three, we weren't going to lose.
We definitely hit the jackpot from what we've seen. Is
Sensational
anyone
player.
unhappy with the attack? Does anyone think that we maybe should be prioritising maybe a third striker? If Jackson and Nkunku leave over Garnacho and a Simmons,
I think
maybe,
Jackson,
or
Jackson-
I
Nico
think
has to
Jackson
bounce.
and
Yeah,
Nkunku
I
could
think
leave,
so.
and it doesn't really affect anything. Like the
nothing
way
at all.
I plan and visualize this season, the way I'm thinking things in my mind, they're not actually in the plan. Do you know what I
No,
mean? So
exactly.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm not
really
thinking
looking
about
at
it now.
them
Do you not
anyway.
think we need a third striker though? Do you not think with the level of games that we've got, there's a potential injury? Like say Delap gets injured,
Yeah.
you need to bring someone off the bench to have the last 15 minutes. Would Mark Gue not been that guy? Like,
Oh,
could we-
he's
I
not
like
anymore.
Mark Gue being out on loan because I don't think he's ready yet. But I agree with you on the third choice striker, just purely because I'm thinking about winning as many comps or in all comps going as far as we can. And I know most teams go with two strikers nowadays, and it's like Neto could go up there if he had to. But it's not Jackson as an individual because we know his shooting, his heading, it's not great. It's just the actual principle of having Giroud, you know, or Mateta when we had Bar, Torres, you know, Eto. Like, I just need that third guy that can go up there that I really think can hang.
So I need to ask for an answer. Green, amber, or red, boys? To wrap it up,
Green.
Green.
Straight green.
Green.
Yeah.
I'll go green.
Greens
I was
across
thinking
the board.
about lime, but let's go green.
All right. I'm seeing a little cursor over there that says we've hit my 25-minute mark. So I've got to get this in now. We have done videos on everybody's channel here today. So if you enjoyed this one, you're going to love the rest of them. Everybody's links are in the description down below. And let us know what you think going into this season. Are you happy with the squad? Are you happy with what we got? We'll see you in the next one.